Hey folks, Autocom Japan again with you now with a stock car review, and this time we are introducing a Toyota model. What kind of model? This is the next generation of the Mark II, legendary Mark II, which left its historical point in the sedan type of segment. Now, meet Mark X, Toyota Mark X. These units are coming right after the Toyota Mark II ended in 2003, and this two generations that took over. So the first generation Mark X and the second generation Mark X, 120 chassis number, 130 chassis number, both coming in a 2.5. At the same time, they introduced a 3-liter engine in this first generation, 3.5-liter engine in the second generation, and they both also coming in the 4-wheel drive and the 4-wheel drive. What it makes it very different from the other sedans of Toyota, the production, they are coming with the authentic rear wheel drive, and that is giving a completely different impact for a driver. Toyota sedans, you find Toyota Allion Premium somewhere in the button here. We did the car review, you can click and watch it. Now the Mark X segment, where is it stand for? This model is being inspired by the super comfort of Toyota Crown and its luxurious look of the Lexus GS, at the same time Toyota Camry. And I would say that these two units, the Mark X segment, is hitting somewhere above the Toyota Camry and right below the Toyota Crown. Remember, I mentioned that this unit is coming with a rear wheel drive system, and that allows a dynamic distribution of its gravity. What does it mean? Means, and the rear and the front, the weight distribution comes in the 54:46 ratio. That is a marvelous distribution. Whenever you drive, you feel quite safe and quite landed on the asphalt. Now, some interesting facts about the Toyota, especially the Mark model, the Mark chain of its the sedan, the models. Starting from 1968 till a date of 23rd of December 2019, that was the last date of production of the second generation. Toyota produced 6.9 millions of units for the past 2 years, and that is including the Mark II. And for the last, the model, they introduced the package of Toyota Mark X, the second generation 250S Final Edition. If you're lucky to get that unit, get it and just keep it, and that's going to most probably get into value. What is also interesting is Japan and China only, the Mark X being sold in their Toyota outlets, and that makes maybe to the next the list, or the next model in the list of the JDM cars. Now, Toyota Mark X in the market, who are the competitors? Who are the rival models? We have from BMW most of the 3 Series and the Lexus IS, a Mercedes-Benz C-Class, and the Nissan Skyline, and maybe Tiana as well. Myself, I had the 3-liter one of the first generation, and it was beautiful and I loved it. The very first thing that every driver would be noticing it, how comfy the seats are. The seats are very comfy. It's coming with of course, it's fabric, but that is the good point with it being a fabric. In hot countries, it's better to have a fabric. And the steering comes with some switches, buttons, phones, just changing the channels. And the other beautiful part is that I cannot show you now in the daytime, but at night, somewhere you're going to put it, the ambient lighting inside the saloon. At night, it looks just chic and beautiful. Yep. It's automatic, of course, and the first generation is coming with the 2 driving modes, which is the power mode, and the second one is the snow. And all the air conditioner circulations are independent with the passenger drive, and that's a beautiful thing for the 2004 year models. And you have an interesting button called the Clean Iron. This particular button is introduced to clean the quality of the air inside the saloon. Seats are coming with, it's a power seat. You have the buttons up here to adjust the driving position, the seat position. And one thing that it annoys every driver of the Mark X is this holder. Can you show this holder? as a door holder, and this plastic part of every single first generation of Mark-X is just falling off. Actually, notice another thing for 2004 year model Mark-X. Check this out. The passenger seat has the switch buttons. The passenger can actually control the multimedia, what is running inside the car while you're driving. The driver doesn't have to take care of be the DJ and the driver at the same time. So the passenger can control that part. Cool thing. But what is beautiful with the rear seat is that you can have actually a lever. You pull it and you can lean back. And the passengers in the back, they can have a rest. They can have absolutely a peaceful rest, and they can actually take a good nap. Not only this part, the entire rear seat drops back and the rear passengers are having a good rest. Now the boot space, the Toyota Mark-X boot space are quite roomy. It's about 480 liter of capacity, but if that space is not enough, there's another thing, and there's a little trick that you should know. If you own the Mark-X, what you do is you just pull the lever, the same lever that you've been inclining to lean back the seats. Just remove the seat belts, put them down. You put them down and you make the boot space flat. You see how flat it becomes, and so much room in the back. So if you have the golf bags are in. If you have a ski or snowboard, you can just fix inside it. Depending on the trim levels, depending on its grade, the features are quite different. And you'll have the features like a TRC, the traction control, VSC, which is the vehicle stability control, radar cruise control, and the hill assist control, pre-crash safety system, which is the brake and plus the seat belts, and active head rests up front to reduce the stress on the neck in a rear end collision, and intelligent parking assist system. Alright, since it's the engine with a petrol and its fuel tank capacity is 70 liters, average fuel consumption is around 10 kilometers per liter, with a full tank that you can travel around 600 to 700 kilometers. And that is the story about the Mark-X, the Toyota Mark-X. From 2004 to 2019, they did produce in 2 generations only. Mentioned previously, 6.9 million units are produced, and as of today, our company, Autocom Japan, has shipped to overseas 8,738 units, Mark II, and including the Mark-X units to overseas. And those cars are best loved and preferred and requested in countries like Zambia, Mozambique, DRC Congo, Jamaica, Kenya, and Russia. Down in the description you can find our homepage and where you can list the stock cars that we have, and Autocom Japan is offering you more than 100 units available at the moment. That first generation, second generation price ranges from $1,400 till $9,250. Alright folks, and that is the story about the Mark-X. If you have any comments for the next units that you would like us to do the review, we have dozens also coming soon, but as a priority you can leave the messages down there. Cheers!